In today's video, I am going to be covering exactly what the best solo drop spots are in this brand new Chapter 2 Season 7. With this season, aliens have invaded the Fortnite map, and with the invasion of the aliens, a bunch of new map changes have arrived. In today's video, I'm going to be covering exactly what are the best spots to land on this current map. I'm going to be going from least contested to most contested, so that's exactly what the order is going to be. Remember, all of these spots are personal preference, but please keep in mind that 100% chest spawn rate is not in the game. Be sure to use code Sonata YT in the Fortnite item shop and buying the battle pass if you guys do want to support me. And also be sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you guys do enjoy this video. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to run down the list of various different benefits you're going to be getting from landing at these spots. Once again, I'm just going to be reviewing exactly how you guys should consider making a loot route. So all you really need to do to make a loot route is go onto fortnite.gg and then whip out the little tool that helps you draw a bunch of lines. You're going to want to highlight your drop spot with a specific color and then use that tool to draw a place where you're going to be landing to the place where you're going to be leaving your POI. And it's important that after you leave your POI, you have a general understanding of where you're going to be going after that. If you land one place repeatedly, you're eventually going to develop a loot route for it after you leave. And if you do that, not only will it help you with the beginning of your game, it'll also help you add on a lot more consistency with your positioning during your late game. Ideally, if you have your loot route set out right before the competitive events start, you should be set for most solo cash cups and solo tournaments. I know a bunch of you guys watching this are trying to grind 2 champs in arena and also be able to place in solo cash cups. And for that, my genuine best tip is to make a loot route and plan out your early and mid game a lot more. It's going to be eliminating a lot of the RNG that you're normally going to be getting. Especially if you're somebody that likes to land on chests, it's important that you know exactly where that chest is and exactly what the spawn rate of that chest is. And gradually over time, you're going to be getting used to your loot route so that you can succeed every single time you land there in any game mode. It's also going to help you learn the map more. If you guys are an IGL for any sort of trio or team game mode, you guys need to know how the map works. So all in all, my best tips are to practice your loot routes, set them up, and be sure to learn the map to the best of your ability. Alright, let's move on with the rest of the video. So starting off with the Slurpy Alien Outpost, it's going to have 9 chests, 2 crates, 1 bunker chest, 1 vending machine, and those are just generally going to be the looting mechanisms of this POI. That's actually a lot of loot if you take it into continuity. Even if you're contested, the thing with solos is that you don't need that much loot to your own self, and you can get by just by getting a shotgun, an SMG, and an AR. And because this is so close to Slurpy Swamp, there's going to be lots of slurp barrels all around. So continuing on with the extra benefits of this drop spot, there's going to be fishing around all the water area near Slurpy. There's going to be a launch pad for rotation that stays permanently and has infinite uses. There's going to be metal from alien outposts, wood from trees, and bricks from the rock near Slurpy. So in terms of mats, rotation, and fishing, this drop spot is extremely powerful if you guys are interested in it. And this drop spot is going to be contested by 2 people maximum in any solos game mode. The only exception I can see to that is if you guys are trying to land here during a solo cash cup. Okay, so the next drop spot is called the Bridge and Hill Split. This drop spot has been around for many seasons now, but it hasn't really been talked about as one of the best on the map. It can have up to 10 chests. Sadly, it doesn't have any crates or bunker chests, but it can have 1 vending machine, and that's going to be about it for the looting mechanisms. Now, I know that this doesn't seem as good as the Slurpy Swamp drop, however, you guys need to realize that this is on a bridge. And a bridge is going to have 2 things that are extremely important. There's going to be lots of metal from the bridge, there's going to be wood from the trees around the area, and there's going to be brick from the rocks that are kind of close to the bridge. This POI is also very close to Pleasant Park, which is one of the major POIs on the map. And on top of having amazing mats and loot, it's going to have 1 noms box, fishing in the river nearby, cars for rotation, and also some slurp barrels near those rocks. And once you rotate up the hill, there's going to be a lot of wood and brick there as well. And if you are playing in a stacked solo lobby, you can base up there for surge tags. This is a really good drop spot if you guys are playing both stacked competitive solos and solo cash cup type solos. I'd argue that on this list, this is going to be the best hybrid drop spot out of all of the ones that I'm going to be going over today. Alright, so the next drop spot has been around for many seasons as well. It is going to be the Weather Station. So I feel like the hype around Weather Station has kind of died down in the past couple seasons due to all of the map changes that we've been getting. At the Weather Station, there is going to be 12 chests. There is not going to be any crates, bunker chests, or vending machines. However, you guys can find 1 noms box. There's going to be fishing near Lazy Lake and 1 car for rotation. And in terms of materials at this drop spot, you guys can get metal from fences, wood from nearby trees, and bricks from rocks near Caddy Corner. One extremely good thing about this drop spot is that it is located on elevation. So being third-partied from a nearby POI is quite unlikely. So if you guys are fighting off spawn, most of the time, those fights are going to be wrapped up really quickly. And if you are fighting somebody off spawn, most of the time, this POI is going to be contested by 3 people maximum. And now the reason that this POI was so popular is because CypherPK used to land here in all of his videos, along with many different pro players landing here and winning various solo cash cups and tournaments. However, because the hype around Weather Station has died down, I would recommend you guys consider this for an uncontested drop spot. Most of the time, not that many people will land here, and the number that I gave was going to be the maximum. Now the second to last drop spot that I'm going to be going over in this video is known as the Fort Crumpet in Alien Outpost. Now this is personally going to be my drop spot of choice. As you guys know, for the past couple of seasons I have been going the Shark POI. However, I used to mainly switch between the Shark and Fort Crumpet a lot. But with the update of this new season, I have decided that Fort Crumpet is ultimately superior because it has more chests, 2 crates, 1 bunker chest, and 2 vending machines. It has 14 chests to be exact. And in terms of utility that you can get there, you can get 2 noms boxes, you can fish in the nearby Sweaty Sands area, and you have a car and a launch pad for rotation to zone. Materials are going to be plentiful, with metal from the alien outpost, wood from trees, and the brick from the castle. You guys are never going to be on low mats, especially if you're uncontested here. And once again, keep in mind that in all of these drop spots, you guys can section out a portion of them and then loot that and then go on your way throughout the game. If you're scared of dying or fighting off spawn, you don't need to necessarily do that if you landed all of these spots. Alright, so moving on to the final spot that I'm going to be going over in this video. This is going to be the most contested drop spot on this list, and it's really for those players who are good at fighting off spawn and keying during the mid game. This is going to be Stealthy Stronghold. Now obviously Stealthy Stronghold did get an update with a brand new Alien Outpost edition here. It's going to be basically similar to everything else, except it's going to be a lot of a bigger version. Stealthy Stronghold is going to have 26 chests, 3 crates, no bunker chests, but it's going to have 2 vending machines, no noms boxes, but fishing all over the place. The fishing here is going to be immense. You guys can fish very easily and get a lot of utility from that as well. There can be cars in the nearby Durburger truck, and you guys can use those to rotate. And in terms of materials, you guys can get metal from the alien outpost, wood from the trees around the area, and brick from the rocks. One thing I can promise you is that if you guys learn how to loot this quickly, you're going to be able to get really good loot very, very fast. And this is the drop spot that I would recommend that you guys try to portion out into a section of it and then loot that and then go on your way throughout the game. There's many different loot routes that you guys can have all throughout this POI. But once again, this list was organized so it goes from the least contested to the most contested. Anyways guys, that is the video on exactly what the best solo drop spots are for this season. If you guys did enjoy, please consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel down below. If you guys are interested in checking out any of my other socials, please consider looking in the description and checking them out down there. Once again, if you guys do want to support me when purchasing the Battle Pass, please consider using code SonataYT in the Fortnite item shop. But that's about it for this video guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.